Creating a schedule for combo feeding, aka feeding your baby both breast milk and formula, can feel overwhelming. Here's how to do it. First, decide on a goal. What ratio of breast milk to formula feels right to you based on your milk supply or other logistics? There's no right answer. Even 1 ounce of breast milk contains beneficial properties for your baby. I recommend starting with a formula bottle in the morning because this allows you to monitor your baby for any signs of discomfort or intolerance. Throughout the day, alternate formula bottles and breast milk. Some parents choose to do every other feeding, but do whatever feels right for you. When possible, end the day with a breast milk feeding. Breast milk contains hormones like melatonin and amino acids like tryptophan, which can help your baby fall asleep. Remember, milk production works on a supply and demand model. If you want to keep producing breast milk, you must keep withdrawing milk, either through pumping or nursing, even when adding in formula bottles. Some parents choose to shift the ratio of breast milk and formula as their baby gets older or if they go back to work. That's totally fine too. The right schedule is whichever one works for you. Remember, there's no wrong way to feed your baby.
So I've been combo feeding now for 6 months, and it took a while to get into the rhythm because I nurse, I pump, and we feed Bobbie, and now we also do solids, so it's a lot in a day of feeding. But I feel like once you find your rhythm, and I have a really great support system with my husband and my family, and building that routine, it really helps. And also just listening to your baby, like following her cues. So typically what I do is I will feed her breast milk first, and then whatever, if I've pumped or if I nurse, and then if she still seems hungry or fussy, then I'll give her Bobbie. My baby loves it. She can't tell the difference between breast milk and formula. Sometimes I feel like she likes Bobbie more. It's kind of funny, but yeah, 100%. I love the company. I love their mission. They were the ones that taught me about combo feeding, actually, that it's not just about you're exclusively breastfeeding your baby or you're formula feeding your baby. I think Bobbie's mission is really what makes me love them too. So.
All right, Molly, how is feeding going?
It is going very well. It's been pretty good from the start. He latched immediately, so like I think 15 seconds after he came out, he was on my boob. So I call him the Latch King. And since then, I have kind of transitioned. So I went into like full breastfeeding mode around the clock, obviously. And I still feed him around the clock. But because I'm back at work now, it's been like 3 months, actually 4 months. And now that I'm back at work, I've transitioned to combo feeding. So he's, whenever I can, which is probably like 4 or 5 out of the 6 feeds a day, I breastfeed him. And then when I'm in the middle of shooting content or dropping pasta in the pot or running an errand or working out or whatever I might be doing, I will also prepare bottles, or whoever's taking care of him prepares bottles with Bobbie. And so we transitioned him into that like, I don't know, a month ago, I think, just because it took all this pressure off of me having to be the physical body in the space at all times. And I travel a lot for work, and I've just started traveling again. And so it's really hard to keep up like a big supply of breast milk in the freezer. As much as I pump, like I'm kind of always eating away at it. And so now I have the option to do both. And so I do a mix of frozen breast milk and Bobbie when I'm away. And it's been working great. No notes. That's the journey.
In my head, the decision had always been, I either have to formula feed or I have to breastfeed. There's no in between, one or the other. And so here I am, committed to breastfeeding. But what happens when my supply isn't keeping up with my baby's demand? Well, now I'm stressed, and now I'm pumping all the time, and it's not working because I was introducing bottles at the time. So breastfeeding was working, but then pumping changed everything for me. My supply diminished. I wasn't producing as much. And I got scared again. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna feed the baby? I can't formula feed him because I'm breastfeeding him. He can't be formula fed and breastfed. What do I do? And my therapist said, well, who told you that you can't feed in combination? And I said, what does that even mean? What is feeding? What is that? What is combo feeding? And she said, this is incredible. She goes, I can't tell you how many women ask me this question because the world creates two types of moms. You have a breastfeeding mom and you have a formula mom. But nobody tells you there's a hybrid mom and that you can be a hybrid mom. And when she said that to me, I said, oh, wait a second. Not only does that mean that my baby's going to be fed, but it also means that if I supplement with formula, I can extend my breastfeeding journey because I can do this for longer. And that's something that at that time was really important to me. I wanted to go to 3 months or 4 months or 5 months or a year, whatever that number was. And so by being accepting of combo feeding, I then gave myself a runway to continue to breastfeed my baby, because the myth that they sell you is that you can't do both, and you absolutely can. And being able to do both extended my relationship with my son through breastfeeding, but it also gave me back so much happiness and time because I was able to do both.